Hello and welcome to Coaster Strike. My name is Tom, and this is episode 5 of Coaster Bay. We're starting off with a little bit of bad news. If you haven't noticed already, our coaster is lost in progress. It's hard to describe, but basically all those scenery and track changes that we added in the end of last episode have been lost, and they're all gone, including the station building and the queue and some foliage and some shipwreck stuff, which is a bit of a shame. So I now have to go and recreate all of that and do it again, which really sucks, because it's going to take a couple of hours, but yeah, just bear in mind that you're about to see it all pass by in a split second, but yeah, this is a couple of hours work to get it back to normal. There are a few things that I wasn't completely happy with, specifically the station, so at least I'll be able to update and change those to a better style that I prefer. But yeah, here you go. Okay, so we're back here about 3 hours later now, and I have fixed it all up. I've done the queue, I've improved the station building, I've made it a lot more simplistic and basic, because before it was just overcrowded and it had all those weird turrets, and I just didn't like how it looked. So I've got this nice raised roof with the wooden beams, but other than that, it's pretty simplistic and square. You've got a slightly curved roof, and I use the wooden logs again as sort of frameworks for the coaster. Then I did the shipwreck, and I would say it's about the same, to be honest. Not any major changes here. It's just the shipwreck, and then you've got the rock work, and then around here I decided not to change the track in the end because it just is a slightly better coaster otherwise, and you've got slightly more intense G-forces acting on you. But also I think it still looks great from the entrance path, and it's still great. Then you've got this. I hid a little staff building in here. So that now staff will come down the path as if they're zookeepers. I think this Captain Lockjaw is a bit lost because he seems to be wanting to entertain the hippos, I guess. But yeah, he's just walking around there. But yeah, the mechanics probably just left. And yeah, so now staff members will head down there every now and again to tend to the hippos. Yeah, do some rock work, fix this area up. I still need to add some foliage and stuff, but I'll do that later in the episode. But let's get on to the first thing that we have to do. Oh yeah, and by the way, these are custom supports that I made, and I'm fairly happy with them. This bit up here is awful, but you can't really see that from far away, so it's not the best in the world, but it's decent. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the episode. Started off by extending out the wooden plaza, since there's still a few holes I need to cover up, and I just want the plaza to look really full, and you know, I don't want there to be any flaws or mishaps, because this is, you know, your first impression of the park, and I want it to look really nice. I then began work on creating some custom fences to run along the edge so that guests didn't jump into the big lake to try and reach the waterfall. I used sandstone posts and also the chocolate Cadbury fingers as the fence, which I didn't think would work, but it ended up looking rather nice. And it just goes to show if you can use basically any piece you want for anything, because, you know, if you do it in the right way, it looks pretty good. And it also used spooky fences to fill in those little gaps there, so that no cheeky little children could sneak underneath. I made a few minor changes to make it duplicatable, so that I could run it along the entire path without too much problem shaping and changing any of the fences. After running it all the way along the path, I created some bookends at each end so that it didn't just seem to sort of cut off at nowhere, and hopefully no one will figure out that it's chocolate and eat our fences. I used some rocks and foliage to cover up the ends to make it look a lot more natural. I then began decorating the beach side with some wonderful tropical nature, just like on the other side of the path. I then created a pirate dock pier type thing jutting out from the beach so that the pirates can park their boats and head out to the mighty seven seas, a harbour. I decorated the docks with some animatronics of pirates, cannons, some barrels, and other piratey scenery. It then had this pile of falling barrels coming off the edge, which make no sense physically, but I think it's a really nice effect. And we never said that this park was completely realistic. We're just having some fun and building a nice tropical park. I used splash effects to convey the idea that the barrels were just falling into the water and, well, splashing. I then began work decorating the queue, and I started by creating a canopy over this folding area. I used the Bavarian pillars from the World's Fair and the wooden tile roofs, which are probably my favourite roofs in the game. I am a very big fan of them. I don't know what it is, they just really, I just love them. I then began adding some bamboo and other foliage around the area to make it look a lot more full, because at the moment it's this big grass plain, which doesn't look amazing. I also added a little lake area here, which was a bit tricky to get right, but in the end I was quite happy with how it looked. The next day I headed back over to the station to add a few more details. I didn't actually record adding this little stick out segment that hangs over, and then I also began adding some more shrubbery and bushes around the area that wasn't just bamboo, to add some variety and difference around the area. Although this may surprise you, planting plants and bushes randomly around a large area of land is incredibly boring to do. So if you haven't already, hit that like button so I've got a bit more motivation to spend hours doing so. I found a brand new plant called the Kapak tree, which I absolutely love the look of, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. I've never seen one in real life. I just loved how it looked, and I thought it really suited the jungle style of the park, so I added those around the entire area. I also added some rockwork underneath the stairs of the exit queue to make it look a bit more structurally sound as it was before, as well as adding some railings along the side so that guests didn't fall off. I then went back over to the entrance to start building a ride sign to let guests know walking past that this is the entrance to Black Buccaneer, a wonderful brand new dive coaster. I used the wooden pallets, which I've already used about 1,000,000 times throughout this park so far, as well as some primitive black pieces. I used said pieces to spell out the name of the ride, and in the future hope to add a pirate ship logo onto the pallet. As you'll know if you've ever worked with primitive pieces before, or you probably can tell from watching this clip, they are impossible to work with. It's not Frontier's fault. I mean, it's very nitpicky and specific, the things that I wanted to do, but it's just chaos. So, as I said, it takes a lot of effort and time, as this is basically the rest of the video, me putting this sign together. So if you do enjoy the video, then be sure to subscribe so I can make more videos just like this. So there you go. I hope that you've enjoyed. That was episode 5 of Coaster Bay from Coaster Strike. I don't click away just yet because there's still another thing at the end of the video that I want to show you. But let's just look over what we made, because we've got this pirate dock area that we created with all the animatronics. You've got the chocolate fence, which hopefully the guests don't eat, and the slightly extended plaza. We filled in all these areas here. We've got the exit path all decorated, rockwork and fences and all. You can get a glimpse of the station building there as well. And then this whole area filled up, as well as the sign and the queue. We'll just have a wander down here because we've got this nice covered building here and all the fences and everything, all the wonderful nature. You get a great view of the coaster as it comes around there just at the end, if you are lucky enough to catch that. And then you've got this winding area here with the lake and all this wonderful big trees, the kayak trees, I can't even remember what they're called now. And then that indoor section and station, and of course the coaster with the shipwreck and everything that we had to redo, unfortunately, and the station. But let's hop on and have a ride, since I don't think you've actually gotten a chance to enjoy it yet. But I hope that you've enjoyed, and enjoy the POV. I'll see you all next time.